I don't think there's any reason at all to assume that we couldn't have the abundant future that we would all dream of and maintain harmony with the environment in a manner that we would deem acceptable indefinitely. And the reason for that is, so the Malthusian model, which is what Ehrlich was working on, was based on the idea that biological organisms will multiply uncontrollably until they exceed the carrying capacity of the environment, and then they'll precipitously collapse. And so if you have a petri dish full of agar, which mold will eat, for example, and you put mold in there, the mold will multiply until it eats all the agar, and then it will die. You can apply that modeling to lots of populations in the wild. And there's a reason for that. There's a real reason for that Ehrlich should know as a biologist. And what that also means is that because we can transmute our thought and change it abstractly, we can change the manner in which we act radically enough so we're not subject to Malthusian limitations. We can get more from less all the time. You know, like we're way more effective at propelling automobiles using gasoline than we were 40 years ago. Way more efficient, way less pollution. We're getting Exxon announced, I think 3 weeks ago, that they'd figured out a way, I can't remember if it was to double oil shale production or to double the amount of oil they could get out of exhausted oil reservoirs.
Wow. I mean, they're getting milk out of oats.
People, so our vision at ARC is essentially this, is that there isn't a more valuable natural resource than human cognitive capacity.
Okay.
And there's 8 billion of us, and that means there's 8,000 people out there now who are 1 in a million. Like if we could capitalize on our collective intelligence, there's no limit to the number of problems we could solve.